as has been the case for LeBron.
And it's Smith missing.
A little ambitious on that possession, trying to hit a shot in the face of that defensive pressure.
Love the pass to Dellavedova. It's stolen by Smith. Here's Love. Throws down the breakaway jam.
And that's the kind of play you just do not want to give up defensively. You lose the possession and give up a quick two at the other end. That's losing basketball.
Especially when you can't afford to give up any buckets. That's a nice lead now.
Timeout called the Cavaliers. Talking about the strength of LeBron now, we saw Michael Jordan do this too. They paid a lot of attention to their body as they got older, and thus they became more sculpted. They looked more physical.
Exactly. Leaned up and altered their games a bit. Not nearly as high flying, but just as potent and as effective.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Mozgov comes in for Thompson. And it's Iman Shumpert in for Matthew Dellavedova. And stolen by Love. Here's LeBron. And he uses the glass on the layup. James has got 5.
I love that superb pass that time, guys. It allowed them to get behind the defender. The hoop was there waiting for him.
And Shumpert kicks to Irving. Dishes it to Love. Cleveland moving the ball around. Mozgov with the block. 6 to shoot. Irving goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
And he's just going all out to get the second chance points. Just a terrific finish.
There was no one that was going to prevent MGA from converting that one.
Well, clearly this is the kind of game that could come down to 1 or 2 plays, and he wants to be the guy to make those plays.
And that one's good. Love.
And when you've got a big man who can shoot from distance like that, what a huge advantage.
Well, you go back last season, the Cavs had a very slow start to the year. Not surprising. They had a lot of new faces and people they were bringing together. Clark, it didn't look like the powerhouse they would end up being, as we saw.
Well, you know, they were kind of fumbling and bumbling around in the 5th and 6th spots in the East for the first half of the season. Made some changes, though, through trade, and that got them going, I think.
Oh, and the jam by LeBron.
Tell you what, he's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Absolutely insane with that dunk.
Well, now they're starting to rub it in, aren't they? Have build up a lead, and here we go, folks. It's showtime.
That was a Kodak moment right there. The more plays they make like that, the more they'll have these guys on the ropes.
Thompson, he's checked in for Mozgov. The Cavaliers trail by 6. LeBron dishes to Love. Thompson passes to Love. Good D by Thompson.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
Guys, that's been the key to their lead. I mean, simply put, the effort they've displayed on the glass has been the difference.
Shumpert gets a wide-open look. Once again off the mark by Cleveland. And pushing it up is Cleveland again in transition. And that one's good. James.
I like the fact that he led his teammate right to the ideal spot. You don't always throw it to your teammate. You throw it to where he needs to be.
And one thing about Tristan Thompson, he is an absolute terror on the offensive glass. Was top 5 in that category last year, despite playing less than 27 minutes a game. Does a terrific job with anticipation of the carom and uses his gigantic wingspan to just go up and reel it in. Terrific motor and nose for the glass.
Dellavedova kicks to Fry. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
And very little fight put up by the defense as he made his way to the bucket for the jam.
They did seem to take the cautious approach, Greg, when it came to defending that one. You're right.
And, guys, it's not the time for caution now. I mean, they've got to be aggressive and take some risk to see if they can cut that lead down.
Greg, you were talking about Tristan Thompson. LeBron came out and said he's one of the best pick-and-roll defenders in the NBA. And Clark, that's high praise from the King.
No doubt. I mean, Thompson is an emerging force. If he...
Oh, wow.
It's a beautiful jam.
Talk about putting something extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, Clark, you know, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space.
I'm startled that he would even try something like that at this stage of the game.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. And he says right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
Fellas, that two-hand monster slam was vicious.
I don't think there was anyone, and I mean anyone, that could have stopped him on that one.
I tell you what, I'm glad they didn't try because somebody might have got their feelings hurt.
Really left alone that time. Jefferson's got 7 points. Irving dishes to Thompson. And the Cavaliers call time here.
Yeah, saw some things that just weren't working for them and wants to make some adjustments.
Yeah, and no reason to wait around to do that, Greg. I mean, might as well make those adjustments right away.
Knocked away. And that does it for the third quarter. Both teams clicking offensively as we approach the fourth quarter. Cavaliers lead by 6. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Quicken Loans Arena. All right, we welcome you back to what's been a hard-fought battle. Fourth quarter should be good. LeBron and Love are the talented pair at the forward position. Kyrie Irving and J.R. Smith at the guard set. And it's Thompson in at the 5 spot. So that's who's on the floor for the Cavaliers.
Oh my gosh, I just got that.
And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Cavaliers.
Well, their passing has been picturesque, a thing of beauty in both halves. More than a few of their baskets have come off assists.
And how about the work they're doing also on the offensive glass? Creating those extra opportunities has been critical. And tired legs affect you at the defensive end first, and that's what we're seeing here.
You called it, Greg. As much offense as we saw early, we're seeing even more of it here late.
LeBron drives in. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
With that reverse jam, the fans got a little extra show there.
That one definitely had something, you're right, extra on it.
Man, I got to pick my jaw up off the floor after that one, guys.
Of all the guys you want to leave open out on the perimeter, he is the absolute last guy on the list. Attention to detail. Know your personnel.
And you're starting to see some tired legs on those defenders as we come down the stretch here, Clark.
It's in and good for his 6th field goal in 10 attempts.
He's been much more effective in the second half than he was in the first.
He dishes it to Smith. Back to LeBron. Mozgov with the block. LeBron right side. And here's Love for 3. Good, and the assist goes to James. And it's a 9-point Cavalier lead.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
He feeds it to Smith. LeBron with it. Picked up by Thompson. In transition, here come the Cavaliers.
One made 3 formed for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
Out to Smith. Back to Love. LeBron drives in. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. LeBron James, by many surveys, and no surprise here, GA, the most popular athlete in America.
I mean, the highest paid player in the league. And you know what? He deserves it. This guy has really carried the mantra as the face of our game, as well as anybody. And I tell you what, people now are starting to acknowledge the guy also delivers when it matters.
Shumpert is checked in for James. Cleveland moving it around. Nobody near Irving. Pass to Love. The three. Thompson with the rebound. Thompson's got his 4th rebound in this one.
Solid job by them on the glass here tonight. +8 in rebound.
You know what? That rebound has always been a critical element of the game, and that's why they are now understanding how to win.
Just floating to the rim on that slam.
Boy, when he gets up and stays
Man,
up.
you could clock his hang time with an hourglass.
Smith the pass to Thompson. It's good, the assist that time from Smith. Thompson's got 5 points now this quarter. And again, LeBron James.
That's 3 or 4 from the field for him now, guys, and he's really been a big part of the scoring here in the 4th.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
To the middle. Mozgov takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
Textbook, nice pass, great catch, even better finish.
And the dunk by LeBron.
Really a heads-up play on both ends there, the steal and the quick push on the break.
Rapid-fire basketball at its best. Boom, 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 bang.
Timeout called the Cavaliers. They're losing by 9. 1:41 left in the 4th quarter. Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Thank you, Kevin. I got a chance to hear what the Cavaliers head coach was saying to his team. He told the squad, now is the time when we turn it on and leave them in the rear view mirror. It won't be easy, but guys, I know we can put them away. Let's see if they can deliver, Kevin.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Mozgov, he's checked in for Thompson. Fry comes in for Kevin Love. And James subbed in for Iman Shumpert. First free throw is good, and that will push the lead to double digits.
Some good numbers for Jefferson. He's got 8 points, and he's made some good decisions with the basketball, too.
And being smart with the ball like he's been today, Clark, I think it's critical for him and them. He should repeat that every game.
And that'll increase their rebound advantage. They've definitely been winning that battle on the board.
You know what? No rebounds, no rings, and they've controlled the boards, and that's what's given them control of this game. And it looks like just playing the last bit of this one out in what should be a nice win here for the Cavaliers.
They had a fantastic play from the bench.
Yeah, they did. Their depth is really one of their greatest attributes.
A fantastic show. And what an amazing all-around game it was for James. Every inch of the floor was his tonight as he came out and injected an energy into every play.
And so Thompson nails both of them.
And last season was one where Tristan Thompson transitioned from a starter to a bench role, but didn't let the move bother him and still put up solid numbers off the bench.
Smith kicks to Mozgov. Smith dishes to Mozgov. 6 to shoot. Mozgov a screen on Shumpert. And the pass to Fry. Looking to end the run. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. And Cleveland can just let the clock run down here. On the wing, Shumpert. The dish to Fry. And J.R. Smith picks up the foul. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2. And both free throws good for Fry.
And that's curtains for him. Some really good work at the charity stripe to close this one out.
Passes it to Dellavedova. Here's Shumpert. Misses the shot. So we see the Cavaliers taking the win here. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, gee, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and Dorian